Hey everybody, it's Jess, and today is my birthday. And last year when I turned 35, I did a video on like 35 quick life lessons that I've learned, little tidbits, pieces of advice, etc. But this year is a really big, special birthday for me, so I just want to tell you a quick story so that you'll understand why this is such a special year for me. I remember being about 7 or 8 years old maybe, and I was at CF clinic with my parents, and it was at a children's hospital in Portland, Oregon, and I was just like playing with a toy or something, and I distinctly remember my doctor was talking to my parents, and he said something to the effect of, you know, your kids, because my brother has CF2, he said, your kids, you know, are healthier than our average patient, so they have a really good shot of living long enough to graduate high school. So at the time, I was 7 or 8, so this would have been 1988, 89, somewhere in there. And that, you know, you were doing good to graduate high school. And for me, my senior year of high school started right before I turned 18. So I distinctly remember, like, oh, okay, well, I'm thinking, it wasn't like a shock to me or anything, because my parents were always very honest with us about CF and that it's fatal and all that stuff, so I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, or anything like that. I distinctly remember a sense of like, well, I'm gonna do better than that. Like fully, you know, grab life by the horns, and I'm gonna make it longer than 18. And that's kind of how I have lived my life ever since. That's why I, you know, really appreciate life, and have gone out and done as much as I possibly can, and, you know, have really stuck with doing my treatments as much as humanly possible. I mean, I'm a person, I miss some here and there, it happens. But generally speaking, I'm really good about it. And so, yeah, I just was like, you know, we'll see how far this goes, but I'm gonna do better than 18. And so today I am 36, which is double that life expectancy that I was given when I was a little kid. And so it's a big deal. And now in the United States, the average age of CF patients is about 40. So that's only in 4 more years for me, but I still feel like I'm gonna do better than that. So yeah, just like today I've doubled my life expectancy. That's a huge thing. And I could sit here and, you know, talk all day about the people who helped me get here. But definitely I couldn't have done it without my parents teaching me the importance of taking my medications and doing my treatments, and teaching me as I got older into my teen years that I'm the person that's in charge of my healthcare, not the doctors, and teaching me that it's okay to challenge their opinions and to ask questions and to do research and anything else that I feel like I need to do, you know, get second opinions, all that stuff. is vitally important and a big reason why I am still alive and still going strong today. Is, you know, my parents taught me all those things. They taught me how to take care of myself, and they taught me how to be my own advocate as far as healthcare goes. Also, you know, my friends, I've always had such caring and supportive friends, even from the time I was a tiny kid. You know, I still am in touch with friends that I had when I was in first grade. You know, that's amazing. Who can say that? Like, not many people. And they've always been so supportive and just wonderful. And of course, you know, there's my roommates who, you know, when I was really struggling financially and medically, they gave me a place to live that I could actually afford. And they're so understanding when I am not feeling good. They understand that if I am not feeling good, you know, I might just need to take some time, just lay on the couch and can't say that word today, vegetate and rest. They're so awesome and understanding about when I need to go into the hospital, and have, you know, helped me with Cosmo at those times, which are rare, but, you know, they get it. They're, you know, my best friends. They're more like family to me. They're my brothers. And of course, you know, there's also all the improvements in CF care, new medications, new forms of therapies that have happened in my lifetime. It's really changed the face of CF. You know, when I was born, there really wasn't a whole lot out there. You know, it was like treat infections as they come along, and that was, you know, and like actual, like my parents, I remember being a little kid and my parents just beating on me and my brother's chests, literally with their hands, you know, doing our chests, our sides, our back, to try to get the phlegm in our lungs to move. And that's progressed to, you know, being a totally hands-free thing with, you know, different devices that are out there now. And now we're looking at medications that will, there's a couple already available, and there's some that should be available soon that, you know, can actually really slow down the progression of the disease, or maybe even halt it, which is incredible. I am going to be starting a study for one of those medications here soon. And I mean, that's amazing. That's not something I ever thought that I would see in my lifetime. And, you know, hopefully this stuff I'm going to be taking works, gets approved, and I can start taking it, you know, maybe in the next couple of years. It's a slow process, so it'll probably be at least a couple years before it's readily available. But I mean, man, to halt the progression of this horrible disease, that would be amazing. And, you know, it could go from being, you know, a fatal disease and extremely life-altering to, you know, the next generation of CF patients, the kids that have it now, kids that are going to be born with it in the future. They could just only have to take like a few pills a day, and that's all there is to it. And I mean, that blows my mind just to think about. I think about everything that I've endured, hospitalizations, you know, my part of my lung collapsing, sinus surgery. It's just like all this stuff that I have dealt with, and I have friends that have dealt with so much more, you know, transplant, all this stuff. And it really is exciting for me to think about, you know, young kids that have it now and in the future, that it just being like they won't even realize someday, you know, they won't even know what CF used to mean. You know, they won't even realize that CF used to be a fatal disease, and it used to involve hours of treatments and therapies and toxic drugs being pumped into your body and spending inordinate amounts of time in the hospital, and to it just being like, oh yeah, take these, you know, take these 6 pills a day and you're good to go. Whereas I take probably about 50 pills, you know, and I want that for the future. I want it so bad. And that's one reason why I do these studies. But, you know, it'll be amazing for me to think that there won't be any little kid who will ever hear their doctor say something to the effect of, oh yeah, they'll probably live to be X number of years old. No, for them to be able to expect to have a normal life expectancy compared to people without CF or without other diseases, I mean, that would be incredible. And so another huge thank you to everyone who does research into CF, into finding new medications and therapies. Without those people, I wouldn't be here today. I'm sure of that. And, you know, it's just an amazing thing to have grown up in such a time where the face of CF has changed so much, from a life expectancy of 18 to more than doubling that life expectancy, is incredible for me to think about. And so, yeah, you know, I'm twice as old as I was supposed to be. That's amazing. And the outlook is only getting better. And so there you have it. I am so incredibly grateful to be 36 years old. I mean, for a lot of people, like, getting into their later 30s is kind of just like, oh, you know, 40's just around the corner, you know, I'm you know, becoming middle-aged, blah blah blah. But for me, you know, being 36 is awesome. I can't wait for 37, 38, 45, 50, like however long I get. You know, I'm gonna love every minute of it as much as I can. You don't love every minute of life, but, you know, I'm gonna appreciate everything that I've been given, every chance that I've had, every opportunity that I've had, trips that I've taken, friends that I've made, people that I've loved. And, you know, it's just incredible to think about how much I have done in the last 18 years that, you know, just a generation ago would not have been possible for somebody with CF. And so I'm incredibly humbled and excited to be 36 years old. So I wish all of you guys out there a great day today. I'm not doing anything in particularly special today because it's a Thursday, but on Saturday I'm celebrating with some friends, just kind of a low-key thing, which is totally fine. That's exactly what I want. But yeah, it's a special day anyway, just because I was never supposed to see this day, and I'm here, and it's wonderful. So, you know, go out there and appreciate everything that everything that you've been given, just as much as I appreciate everything that I've been given. So, I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.